Hey there, YouTube. Welcome back. If you're watching this, you have made it to the end of what I'm calling affectionately the Dead Week videos, or at least my first run of what I'm calling the Dead Week videos, which is the videos that are just things that I've been thinking about during my downtime as we've been participating in this really boring week in FFBE. And the last thing that I wanted to try and talk about, and that I think is useful for new players to think about, is Star Quartz. Now, if you've been playing the game for a long time, you probably have thousands of Star Quartz because we eventually ran out of stuff to do with them. But early on, there were some really good things that you could do with Star Quartz if you didn't have a lot of gear or a lot of units. A lot of it now is outdated and not very important, but there are some that I think are really worth picking up. So what I'm going to do here is I've got the wiki pulled up and I'm just going to look through the list, and we're going to talk about which ones we think are worth looking at. So Star Quartz is different from Red Star Quartz. You get this from like raid summons, and you get this from like just clearing stuff, and you get this from doing explorations, because there's usually at least one Star Quartz chest in every city, if not two. And so there's lots and lots of stuff you can do with these. We're just going to scroll down until I see something useful and we'll talk about where to get it. So the very first one you can go to, Lost Village of Marlow. It's all pretty much trash. The exception is the Shining Bracer. It used to be bad. Now it has Auto Protect, which is a defense 100% with mitigation 30% forever. And there's better ways to get this, but this is the best pick out of these. I don't know if it's really worth 30 Star Quartz, but there it is. Town of Colts. Used to be the best thing on here was the earrings and the black belt. I think the black belt is still pretty decent, especially for units that don't have a counter ability that you want to give a counter ability to. I don't know that I would necessarily pick these up, but these were definitely pickups back in the day. Earrings for sure, double pickup, because you could get two of them and they were really good. But everything else is really pretty trash. Maybe the gold anklet just for the petrify resistance. That was kind of rare back in the day. But yeah, most of it's not worth it. Force shield. The only reason I'm going to say it's kind of cool is that it gives you three resistances, 10%, and fairly good defense. Not like the best defense, but fairly good. There's better options, of course, but it's there. Equip rod, just like in the other stuff, the other videos that I did this week. Equip stuff that allows you to use different types of equipment, very good. There's a reason it's so expensive. 200 is very good. 300 for a 10% trust Moogle, not worth it, don't bother. But equip rod, yes, definitely get that. Town of Amore. Devastated town. Best pick here is the Maneater. Super good. 50% damage versus humans. You're gonna need tons and tons of this, so definitely pick it up. It's good even today. Okay, safety bit, definitely. You definitely want safety bit. Death immunity, like death spell immunity, like death ability immunity. You can only pick up one of these, but you want it. Cat ear hood, again, multiple resistances for fire, ice, lightning, and light. Pretty decent. You still sometimes you see people running it just because of all the resistances. So yeah, pick that up. Auto refresh, it's not really worth 200. 5% is not that good. There are better ways to get that now than that. So I mean, if you're just dying to spend 200, you can do it, but it's not like super important. Trust Moogle, no. Genji Shield, again, null death. So you definitely want Genji Shield. It's one of the best ones on here. Definitely the best one for Duggle Village is the Genji Shield. Pick that up. Null death instantly nullifies instant KO abilities. Sometimes. There are some that can be like that can avoid that. Here we go. Equip instrument, super good, especially for Clash of Wills, because in Clash of Wills you can use this to equip the batons, the conductor's batons on units. So definitely pick up equip instrument. I love anything that lets you give more equipment to units than they're supposed to have. So that's pretty cool. You would think the Rod of Judgment would be pretty cool, but it's not. Definitely not worth 100. MP Stroll, terrible. They don't even do explorations anymore. Here we go. Gauntlets. So you might think, why is that cool? Well, it's an accessory that lets you put light shields on people. Everybody can equip accessories, but not everyone can equip light shields. So if you want someone to wear a light shield, you can save an ability slot and put this accessory on them, and that's going to give them a little bit of stats, 20% attack, and equip light shield. Pretty good. I would do it. HP Stroll, stupid. Trust Moogle, stupid. Gauntlets, good. King of Beasts, you know, it's a low attack axe, but it does have Beast Killer on it, so sometimes it's worth picking those up. Fury Ring, attack plus 30%, not terrible on accessory slot, but the Beast Killer is probably the coolest thing on here. Special shout out to Avenger though, because it gives you Berserker. Berserker gives you an automatic 50% attack boost at the start of battle, and for units that have like an AoE attack that their normal attack turns into, units like what's his name, Zizat, units like Final Fantasy 15 Kingsglaive guy, whose name is Nyx. They're good ones for this because like you can really fast clear easy content like story battles and just farming raids and things like that. So it's pretty decent. This is really good for item world too. So Avenger, definitely pick up. King of Beasts, maybe. Fury Ring, yes. Trust Moogle, no. Are you getting my theme here? Dual White Magic, yes. Evo Magic 15%, yes. So do you remember yesterday I said that the 10% craftable Evo Magic was, you know, decent, but there are better options? Here you go. You can buy one of these with Star Quartz, and it's better than 10. Dual White Magic is good though. Definitely a good pickup, but not the Trust Moogle. So the Loco Casco and the Fetus Lacerna, I'm going to say are decent pickups just for the dark resistance. That's not terribly common. You could pick those up. It's not the worst thing in the world, but otherwise their stats are kind of not good. Lots of reduce encounter stuff on here. But the thing is that used to be really useful in really difficult explorations, but they don't have that many explorations anymore, so it's not good. And the explorations that we do have that are kind of worthwhile, which is the ones in the lair of the Dragon King, you want to do encounters there so that you can complete all the quests that are in there. So yeah. Jumping technique, 30% jump damage, not terrible. Griffin bow has Maneater on it and a good damage range, 125 to 175. Two-handed bow, not the best stats, but it has Maneater on it. Okay, but this one here that boosts jump damage, it's not the best out there, but it is free with Star Quartz, so there it is. Accelerating power increases LB fill rate by 100%. Yes, we do. We want to pick that up. Shield Gauntlet. I said the light gauntlets were good with the equip light shield. Why not equip a heavy shield? Even better. And it gives you HP plus 20% with defense and spirit stats. Pretty good. For 250, that's very good. And that's really it of the ones that are on the wiki. So, you know, at this point, we have no other purpose for Star Quartz. So you should definitely go in and pick up the ones that you want. Focus on anything that's going to give you multiple resistances or resistances to stuff you don't have, or killers, or lets you equip different types of items. Those are my favorite ones for sure. Anything that just boosts your stats, like defense plus 15% on an attack katana, like who cares? Anyone who's going to equip that probably wants to focus on attack and not defense anyway. And at this point in the game, and like at the higher level content, you don't want anyone to get hit who's not supposed to. So you just having defense on a weapon for an attacker is not really worth it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not a lot of options for like Mama Chocobo's dens past a certain point. But this wiki page will also tell you where to get everything. But you get so much of this just from playing the game. And yeah, at this point, I've bought pretty much everything except for like the single-use items, just because you have so much of it. But if you haven't yet, definitely go in and pick up those ones, and I think it'll be worth it. And the good news is you've made it to the end of this. This is the last of my Dead Week videos. So if it's been interesting for you to kind of like get my perspective on like kind of getting started in the game and like some quests and items you should farm and like things you could pick up, if that's been useful to you, great. I appreciate knowing that. So a like, a subscribe, a follow, whatever you want to do. A comment would be great too. If you have any comments about maybe something I missed or something that you think would be helpful for new players, drop that comment. If you've got questions on where to find things, drop that comment and we'll talk about it. But the good news is we'll be back on Thursday, which is at this point when I'm posting this video tomorrow, and we'll be ready for Clash of Wills, and we'll be ready for new story content, and it'll be lots of fun. We're going to be streaming that on Twitch, where I stream new content every Thursday at 9 p.m. Central Time, and we'll kind of play through it and kind of explore stuff together. Be on the lookout for my next poll video as well, polling for Chow. I am going to be polling for Chow, the new Neovision Chow, and start working on some clears for Clash of Wills that I think might be useful. I still don't have EX+3 everything, so trying to tweak some budgets and see how far I can go with what I have. But yeah, hopefully this was helpful for you. Hopefully this content in general and this YouTube channel is useful for newer players and entertaining for older players who just like to watch stuff about the game that they love to play. But yeah, see you next time. See you Thursday for new content Thursday over on Twitch. Same username over there, Gerd84. And yeah, Dead Week. Fun week, right? Gets me thinking. Thanks. Have a good night.